Audible? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Am I audible? Can anyone please confirm? Hi, am I audible? Can you please confirm? Okay, I'll check. Once I'll join and check. Am I audible? Am I audible? Can anyone confirm? Am I audible? Mm, Am I audible? Can anyone confirm, please? Can anyone confirm? Am I audible? It seems like I am audible. Okay. I am not able to see your chats. I'm not sure. Okay, hi everyone. I had been away for a while now, but I thought that I had a discussion with few people, and I thought that maybe this it is required to have this session. So, from what all cohorts are you all? Can you put it in the chat? Let me know. We have core people, HR, who all are there, finance, marketing. Am I not audible? One second. Am I not audible? Yes, yes, I am. Okay. Take care. So, what pattern I have thought for today's session is firstly, I'll share my internship experience, uh, quick experience, not the exact details of like how I did, how I went about, and then after that, I'll give you a guideline on how you can proceed. Now, one thing I want to specify is that this is not the only way to achieve it, and also it's an overview. You can use it to customize it for your area, your projects, and your industry also, I would say. Okay. So, how I started was like if I give you a little background on that, my industry was manufacturing, and I have done MBA in HR. My graduation is BTech Triple E, and then I worked in TCS, like as a software developer. So I have a little knowledge on HR, IT, and engineering domain, and my internship was also a little related to that. So, okay, how you have to start is whenever you get your project, you first have to be very specific with your scope, the methodologies, and the outcome. Okay. Now, initially, you have to do some groundwork of whatever work you're going to do. For example, if I talk about myself, the project, like I cannot share the details of my project, but I try to understand the organizational structure, the industry analysis. It is very important to understand what your competitors are doing. And then I also try to understand the policies and procedures, what is already existing, what will you be coming up in future, like that should not be already there. Basically, what recommendations you come from. Then the layout of the plant I have to understand, because it was a manufacturing setup in my case. And of course, guidance and discussions with your managers, with your project guides. It's very very important to keep on discussing with them, even now if you have started with your internship, or uh, you have received your project. You have to understand what is required, what are your deliverables. That clarity should be there. Okay, so this is how I did some groundwork, which you will also have to do. Now, after this, I also used to visit the shop floor, because mine was a manufacturing setup, to understand the processes, the challenges, and the mindset of the people. Then you have to be very clear with the methodologies that you will be using. For example, in my case, the kind of project I got, I used FGDs to understand, to have a pulse check, the perspective of people. Then I conducted interviews. Those were one on one, to understand the mindset, the challenges, and then the survey to reach out to more number of people. Now, you also have to decide your target audience for each methodology. And if I talk about analysis, I broke my analysis into three parts: qualitative, quantitative, and SWOT. These things I'll tell you later. And then, of course, the overall findings: understand, analyze, identify, process. I bifurcated it into four parts. Now, when I came to the recommendations part, it shouldn't be like very small or very generic. What I did, I broke the recommendations into three sub verticals: must have, good to have, and can have in future. And then the areas also that we had, like, for example, I want to recommend something under training and development, under facilities, under technical changes, or any other thing that is required. So it was like must have, good to have, can have in future. And then all the areas were bifurcated. So, like five and then three. So, if I talk about the total number of recommendations that I gave were 30 plus. So, you have to do everything in very detailed manner. I'll also tell you like your pathway, how you can go about. So, this is like a very brief overview of how I went about. And now I'll come to you. So, the very first thing is get into the details. Break down your work into sub parts and then go in depth. That is something I had been telling everybody, that bifurcation of the tasks is very very important. And come up with additional elements, additional tasks, additional activities. Come up with for example, something that has not even been asked from you. You should bring up new things. For example, I told you about the analysis part. My analysis was in three ways. For the qualitative data, I did thematic analysis. For quantitative data, I created a dashboard. It was not asked. So that dashboard was that additional element which you have to bring in. It was not very interactive. It was not like a very hi-fi dashboard, but it represented data in a very good way, and it created that impact. And then the third part of the analysis that I use was SWOT analysis. So what I'm trying to tell you is, whatever you are doing, you have to get into the details, you have to bifurcate, and then you have to proceed from there. Surprise people, come up with random things, initiate or take initiative for additional tasks that whatever you are already doing. Come up with a few more things. You can, if you identify any problem in your organization, in your space over there, you can, suggest that this is something I have noticed and I want to work on this. So you can provide solutions to that as well. And then little things you have to add additionally, which would require less effort, but it would create a great impact. For example, uh, when I did thematic analysis, I used little elements like a word cloud, or uh, like few charts and all here and there. I used to put things here and there to create that impact. Now, initially, clarify your expectations in the beginning itself. What your manager requires, what are your deliverables, what are the deadlines they are looking forward to. Then have regular or weekly connects. uh, Regular would be better, it's not necessary that it's a weekly one, but you don't have to disappear. You have to interact, you have to network, and the progress can be tracked that way. They will also understand what you're doing, and you will always have a scope and time to improve. So if you are connecting with your project guide or manager regularly, it would be very useful or helpful for you. Next thing is, be proactive, be on top of everything. It is very, very important, because it will help you in doing your tasks also, and it will also create a very good impact on the people, on the manager there. And document your work, create a tracker, because you need to keep in mind the deadlines that they are looking forward to. And also, one very important thing is, always carry a notebook and a pen with you, no matter where you are going. No matter you think that okay, it might not be required, no, it will be required. And towards the end of 2 months, when you will check your notebook, right, you everything will you can recall everything, because when you are making your final report or final presentation, what happens, you are not uh, like, if you have not made notes, you will not be able to recall what you worked on or whatever suggestions you had. Also, build relationships, network with people, it helps a lot. Like, through these 2 months, you can take help from others, you can ask for help. And yeah, another thing is, be very professional. Don't try to get casual, because all these things are also uh, you know noticed when you are there in that environment. And like I mentioned initially, also get into the details and come up with things. Create work on your PPT very well, because no matter how hard you work, no matter how well your presentation is, I mean your work is, if your presentation is not good, you will not be able to convey what exactly you have done. So yeah, that is also very important. Now, what they are looking for, in general, if I say, it could be reliability, it could be it is definitely proactiveness, culture fit, you taking initiatives, knowledge on the subject, and the way you analyze the situation, the way you analyze the given problem, and the solutions and recommendations you come up with. So these are few of the things you can pick from here, and it's like a generic or an overview of the entire internship. Like, maybe you can pick these points and customize it as per your project. Now, I am open to questions, like right now also, and moving ahead, we can maybe float a form. I had a discussion with SEC, with one of your SEC members as well. So I can we can share a form, and you can put in your questions specific to your industry. I like I am from HR background, I will be able to help you on certain things. But if the background is completely different or the project is completely different, I can talk to my other batchmates and come up with solutions for you. So that is one thing that we can do. Also, I am thinking to have like 2 to 4 sessions in the upcoming 2 months. So it depends on how much I am able to help you people, and how much it is useful to you. And also, we can discuss about the challenges that you are facing in the upcoming sessions. And So any specific challenge or any specific question do you people have, you can put it in the chat right now. One second. Yes. Do you have any questions right now? Am I not able to see the chat, or what is the case? Okay, anyways, so this is like a very major or a broad overview that I gave you right now. And like I mentioned, we can float a form and you people can come up with your questions. In the next session, we can have a live Q&A. I'll be sharing solutions. Hi, Smriti. How are you? So even now, if you people have any questions, you can put it down in the comment section, live chat. Otherwise, we'll definitely float a form and we'll see how to what extent I can help you people. So, what all cohorts are you all from? Like people right now in the session? Is it like core or HR, finance, marketing, or any other? Would you like to tell me? Any current MBA PhD, which is better field? So currently, are you not a part of any college? Like this year, are you planning to join, Smriti? This is actually a little different topic from today's agenda, but in general, what I would like to say that you don't have to think about like if you're going for an MBA or a PGDM. It's more like what college are you choosing? It's almost similar. For example, people say that PGDM is more rigorous, but then if I talk about our college, TAPME, we had 6 trimesters. So earlier it was a PGDM, but I think three years back it got converted to MBA. But the pattern remains same. So it is also a 6 trimester. I mean 6 trimester system over here. So I would not say that go for MBA or PGDM. It also depends upon the college and how they are driving it. So nothing like better, which one is better or something like that. Yeah. And if I have people in the session regarding the internship, so I gave you a little overview on it right now. And we can float a form and you can come up with your questions. We can have more sessions. I'm planning to have 2 to 4 sessions in the next 2 months. So let's see how it goes like. And we'll also discuss the challenges you people are facing. Uh, Damage control, agar kuch ho gaya hai, to how we can fix it. And one more thing is, if you want to uh, if you want to reach out to me, you can connect with me on Instagram, that is Vaishnavi's ChatBox, and also LinkedIn. I'll be there. So we can connect one on one as well, specific to your project. And I can also make you connect with others in my batch who might be from your cohorts or your backgrounds. Yes. Okay. Is Manipal Tapme Jaipur, Bangalore? Which location should I join? Is it for MBA or is it for the integrated BBA MBA program, Smriti? Can you tell me? Okay, MBA. For MBA, tap me Manipal, definitely. It has a legacy of more than 42, 43 years and it has been doing very well. Other campuses, like specifically Bangalore, it's a little new. So maybe not that currently. I mean, if you get a call from Tap Me Manipal, definitely Tap Me Manipal. Yeah. What else? Any other questions related to internship or anything else? Anything related to MBA or career, any other thing, any other issues you're facing with your work, with your MBA life, with your internship currently? Any questions if you have, you can put it in the comment section. For placements, you can check the placement report on college website. Yes. So what else? What else is going on? And also, in the first week itself, when you get your internship projects, just start working on it initially itself. I mean, don't waste a lot of time, because 2 months, it's not sufficient. If you work well on your internship project, if you put in a lot of efforts, 2 months will just fly by. So initially itself, don't waste time. And also, we can have, like I said, if we plan for 3 sessions, another session we can have by the end of this month. And then third session we can have around third week of March. So this, I just thought of connecting with you people, just to have a pulse check, like what is going and what you all can do. And then later you people can come up with whatever queries you have. If you are facing any challenges, we can connect one on one as well. Like I mentioned, on Instagram you can text me. I am very active there, I usually reply most of the times. So we can connect there, and we can have a one on one as well, specified to your issues and your internship. And also, if people who are yet to join tap me, they can also reach out to me. I can try to help you as well, whatever you're looking for. Yeah. So anything else that you people are wanting to ask me today in this session? Shambhavi Srivastav. Hi, Shambhavi. And during your internship, like I mentioned earlier as well, regular connect with your project guide, with your project managers. It's very important, because you will get an idea of how things are happening, how you are going forward. Your guide will be able to help you. And also, don't take ownership of the things, but don't think that you cannot ask for help. Whatever is required to complete that project, let your manager know, let your team know. They will be able to help you better. Yes. And I think we have many people who have joined, like, now. So maybe I'll give you an overview. So what I told initially in the session, it was my how I went about in my internship. For example, my company background was manufacturing, and I am an MBA in HR. I also have BTech experience in engineering and IT may work ex hai. So in my internship project also, all the three knowledge areas, I mean, knowledge in all three areas was required, like engineering, HR, and IT. So what I did, I used my engineering and IT knowledge for the entire analysis and findings, and then I had to implement my HR knowledge to come up with the recommendations and solutions. So initially, you should be very, I think there is some disturbance outside. But yeah, so initially you should be very clear with the scope of your project, the methodologies that you're going to use, and the outcome that you're looking forward to. You should be very clear with the outcome. Then only you will be able to move in the right direction. Now, what I did, I'll give you a little overview. Sometime back also I told, but we have new people, I think. So I'll tell you. So see, do some groundwork first. How you have to approach the project, that is very important. For example, my project required some understanding of the organizational structure. Some industry analysis was required, that would actually be needed in most of the projects, I feel, because it is very important to understand what our competitors are doing. Okay. So it is one thing. I also try to understand the policies and procedures that we had in the organization, because if I come up with, with some recommendations, it shouldn't exist already, and I should get an idea of what is already happening in the organization. I mean, it was, of course, dedicated to my project. So whatever I'm telling you today, you have to customize it as per your requirements, your project, your industry, that and your area of, for example, whatever cohort you're from, that is very important. And then layout of the plant I had to understand, because it was a manufacturing setup. So understanding all that helped me a lot to proceed. So basically uh, what I'm trying to explain you is that groundwork is very important to approach your project. This is one thing. Also, guidance and discussions with your manager is very important, like I told. Also, I used to visit the shop floor for to understand the processes, challenges, mindset of the people, to again look forward to the project that I was working on. And like I said, the methodologies that you will be using, you have to be very clear with it, because for example, I used FGDs, interviews and surveys, as an overview, like in general I'm saying, and then getting into the details, there were a lot of things. Target audience should be very clear if you are doing something of this sort. And then I broke my analysis into three parts. First one was qualitative analysis. For that, I use a thematic technique, the themes and codes that we have, because again, you can just not come up with one form of analysis. That bifurcation is important for quantitative data, for qualitative data. So for quantitative, I created one dashboard which was actually not asked. So that is what I mentioned a little earlier also, that whatever you're doing, whatever project you're working on, come up with things that have not been asked from you for now. Like yeah, they have not asked you to do that, to work on that, but still you come up with those things. And then I also did SWOT analysis, so you can check what kind of a project you have, and then you can use models or other elements that you have. Hi Simran, you were my senior in college, what's up? Is it about tap me or is it about UCER? Hi Webby. Okay, so we'll move forward till Simran replies. Okay, sorry, I meant school. Okay, which batch are you from? SMC? I'll tell you Vaibhavi later. I'll call you after the session. 2017. Okay, I was 2016. So I hope we are connected on Insta. That's why you got the link to this session, Simran. Yes. Yes, I'll call Vaibhavi. Okay. So after the analysis part, coming on to the overall findings, I came up, like I bifurcated that also into four parts: understanding, analysis, identifying, and then process. Basically, now how we are coming up with the recommendations. Now, when I came to the recommendations part, again I bifurcated it into uh three parts: must have, good to have, and can have in future. There might be a lot of things that you want to come up with, like you want to implement those recommendations, but currently it is not it is not feasible for the organization to implement that. For example, I came up with a suggestion of using virtual reality for a particular area where I thought that it might be helpful, but then all of a sudden we cannot implement that. It takes a lot of time, and specifically the budget constraints are always there, and it's not very much prevalent currently. Like organizations have not started taking up. So I had put that part in can have in future. um, how BKFS program for engineers. Okay, bird watcher, hi. So are you talking about TAPME's BKFS program? Simran, what is this video about? Okay, Simran. So as a part of MBA program, like you might be knowing MBAs for 2 years usually. So after first year, people go through an internship, and it is a part of their MBA curriculum. So for that, like it happens in the same way. Like companies will come, they'll hire you as interns, and if they like your work, then they can also give you full time offer, give you a pre PPO, that is a pre placement offer. So like I did my internship 2 years back, so I'm just here to share my experience and guide people on how they can approach and move in the direction of getting a PPO. So yes, this session is about that, but if you have any other questions related to MBA career or anything, you can put it in the chat box, live chat. So yeah, I was talking about the recommendations part. So I bifurcated it into three parts: must have, good to have, and can have in future. And the areas also I bifurcated. Like it shouldn't be generic. For example, if somebody is checking the recommendations, it shouldn't be like ki, okay, I'm just writing 5 points or something like that. No, like initially also I mentioned, you have to bifurcate the things. You have to get into the details. So for example, technical changes, or if I talk about my project, I needed some changes in the training and development part, some technical changes were required, facilities related, retention, and other things were there that I wanted to suggest few recommendations on that. So that's how I bifurcated. Now what I suggest you people, like this is like an overview of how I did or what I did, but I have like a overview or an overall pathway for you people as well. So uh first of all, I had been mentioning this: get into the details and break down the work into as many pieces as you can, and then go in depth. Work on every piece, every element, work on it like uh, in a very detailed manner, I would say, and come up with additional elements. Like I told you, under quantitative analysis, I created that dashboard, and uh, it was not asked from me. And actually, I also created a power up for a certain a minor project, you can say. So this was the main project, and then I had few other little things as well to do. So for that project, I created one power app. Although we could not like it couldn't go live because of the shortage of time, my duration was completed, so I had to leave. But what I'm trying to tell you is that surprise people, whatever they have not uh, even asked you, you come up with that as well. And also be creative as much as you can. Do the analysis in a very detailed manner. Nothing should be generic, and little things you can implement here and there, which would come up with less effort but would create great impact. And now companies, one more thing is clarify your expectations in the beginning itself. You should know, you should understand the requirement of your project, you should understand your project, and what is expected from you. All this is very important. What deadlines they are looking forward to, what deliverables are required, this way. Also, I mentioned earlier also as well, regular and weekly connects are important, or weekly connects, if not regular, or maybe in a week, I think two should be, must be there. Okay. And uh, if that is not possible, then at least once a week is required to understand your progress, where what right you are doing, what is not going well, and how it can be improved. अगर कुछ डैमेज हो गया है तो डैमेज कंट्रोल कैसे करना है, ये सब बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है. Also, be very proactive, be on top of everything that you're doing. Just don't let them a chance, give them a chance to ask for anything, to remind you of anything. Just come up, be ready with everything that you're working on, and document your work, create a tracker, maybe not a very fancy one, but you can use maybe a to-do list, or Microsoft tracker also you can use, maybe that also helps a lot. And also, very important thing that I tell everyone is always carry a notebook and a pen with you throughout your internship. I had like finished one entire big register, classmate register, and another half of another notebook. So why is it important? Because by the end of 2 months, when you will be working on your final presentation, final reports, everything towards the end, these notes will help you to recall whatever you have noted down in these 2 months. So always carry a notebook and a pen with you, like I mentioned. And also build relationships. Networking is very important. Connect with people. Even during your internship, a lot of people will help you in many ways you can't even imagine, because you alone cannot work on everything. And also be very professional, like I said. Don't try to be casual. And uh, you know those 2 months in a company are not just for completing a task. Those are actually kind of your 2-month interview with that company, with those people. And you have to make sure that you ace every second of it, and just give your best in whatever you're doing. And also, companies, if I tell you about what companies are looking for, so it's reliability, very important. If they trust you, if they can think that yes, this person can do it, they can see you as a potential PPO holder. Second thing is proactiveness, like I mentioned earlier as well. Proactiveness is also very important. You have to uh, you know you have to be on top of everything. And culture fit, of course, companies will judge you on the culture fit as well. And you have to take initiatives, whatever work has been given to you. If in the organization you see any other problem going around you, you can come up with that as well, that okay, I see this as a problem and I want to work on this. But you have to make sure that your main project should not be affected by that. You can also you can always volunteer for additional tasks and activities that are there. And then knowledge on the subject also, that is something which will be judged, of course it is important. And then how you're analyzing the entire work, how you're going about, what solutions are you coming up with, how feasible it is, how practical it is to implement those solutions. All that is also very important. For next session, I will see how much value these sessions are adding. And we can maybe float a form, I mentioned it. And people can come up with their questions, I'll try to answer those. We can have a live Q&A. Whatever challenges people are facing, they can just let me know. We'll see how to go about. If some damage has been done, कुछ भी गड़बड़ हुई है, we'll see कि damage control कैसे हो सकता है. And I'll also share whatever I faced as a challenge. And yeah, we'll see how much value these sessions are adding. So I am planning to have 2 to 4 sessions in the next 2 months. Maybe one like we had today. It was just like an interview, just like an initial overview, introductory kind of a session. And then next session maybe we can have towards the end of April. It would be like a mid of your internship. So we'll see how we are going about, what is the progress, what help do you people need. And then finally, towards the end, maybe third week of May, we can have one session. So at that time, I can help you with the documents, the reports part. And like how now you have to consolidate both for your organization and for the college as well, how college is expecting from you to work on the things. So yeah, these are few things. Anything else that you people want to ask, you can put it in the live chat right now. Thank you, Vaibhavi. Anything else if you people want to ask? So, how many of you have already started your internships? Is there anyone who has already started or you're about to start now? Thank you, Vaibhavi. I'll call you after the session. Any challenges that you people are facing currently in your internship? I think many of you might have started with your internship right now. Anything that you want to ask? What what kind of projects are you people getting? We can also connect one on one. You can um, text me on Instagram. It's Vaishnavi's ChatBox, and also we can connect on LinkedIn as well. Yeah. What else? What else is going on? How is TapMe? If people from TapMe are here, how is TapMe right now? Anything else that you people want help with? I'll try to help you with that as well. Be very, if I talk about the internship, be very good with your presentation skills as well, because whatever work you are doing, it is also important to present it in a very good manner, because that is how you will create an impact no matter how hard you work in these 2 months. If you're not able to create that impact, if you're not able to prove it, it won't help. So, yes. And I hope most of you, or I'll actually wish all of you convert a PPO. But I hope I will be helpful to you people in these next 2 months, and we'll see how we can help you. And most of you can grab that PPO out there. Yeah. So, anything else that you people want to ask? Also, apart from work, it is also important to adapt where you're going. For example, if I talk about my internship, it was in a very different space, in the sense the state, the city, it's very different from where I belong to. So I suffered a lot with certain things, like, food. The kind of food we have, it's very different from what we have here. And then uh, that language barrier is there, people accepting you, all that is there. So you also have to um, you know deal with these things, and uh, along with it should not affect your work altogether. And I think adapting to the as per the needs, it's also very important. These are the indirect things, or could be factors, I should say, that create an impact which might affect your work if not handled properly. So I used to suffer with the food. So every day in these 2 months, I used to order my dinner. uh, Cooking का तो ऐसा कुछ सीन था नहीं, because I was not carrying my utensils and all. 2 months के लिए it was not possible. And again, if I talk about the tiffin system and other things, that is also not very feasible here for me. Like I said, they used to serve food which we would not prefer. So, yes, this is one of the things that we have to deal with along with the work that we are doing. Yes, Vaibhavi, I have tried to face these challenges, and I am gradually settling in, like in the current city. It's been 10 months I have been here. It is taking some time. It's difficult, actually, to be honest, because when you are in a completely different environment, different setup, especially with the food, it becomes very difficult. It affects your health. You're very far from your family, and you cannot, that homesickness is also there, but food also you have to manage, and then work as well. So a lot of things are there, and we cannot complain, because if we have to move ahead, we have to deal with these things and rise and shine. So yeah, I had been gradually settling in, I would say, even now. So anything else that you people have to ask? Anything related to uh, tap me, or internship, or admissions, or any other thing career related, any issues you're facing that you want to ask? So what all cities are you people from? What all places are you from? Thank you, Vaibhavi. Yes, I know yours. Okay, so I think I have shared a basic guideline that you people can follow. Keep it in mind, and we'll keep on connecting. Like I mentioned, you can text me on Instagram or LinkedIn as well. We'll try to see what project you have got, and in the form as well, you can put your questions. We can have a live Q&A next time. So I'll try to answer your queries. Yeah. So I think we are done for the day. If anything else is there, you can put in the chat, live chat. I'm still here for a few more minutes. I'll see if there's anything else. Okay, then I think we should wrap up now, and we'll connect again. We'll see how much value these sessions are adding to your internship journey. And like I mentioned, we'll plan to have 2 to 3 sessions, one today, one towards the end of this month, and maybe another one in the third week of May. And then we'll see how it goes, like how many of you are coming up with flying colors after these 2 months. And I hope I will be able to help you to get that PPO. So we will connect again, everyone. I think it's time to go now. So see you. You can text me on Instagram, Vaishnavi's ChatBox, or LinkedIn. Bye bye. Good night.